Okay, good morning. Hello, my name is Morgan Fiedler, and today for my social psychology course, I'll be doing my first True Colors personality interpretation. So, True Colors is basically a personality test where an individual reads through various descriptions to identify what color that they're associated with. First, they rate which picture describes themselves the best, then they rate the colors based on their descriptions below them, and then next they rate the various word lists that are associated with each of the colors. Finally, after adding up all of your totals for the four colors, green, blue, gold, and orange, they'll be ranked. The color with the highest is your personality that fits best, and then it goes down long because they're all ranked. If there's a tie, there's a way to break it too, but you can be associated with two colors. As a side note, I would like to mention the fundamental attribution error. So essentially, this is when an individual or a group of people assume that without proper evidence that an individual's behavior is caused by their personality or their personality type. So even while this test may be a super great indicator of characteristics that you may have, it's super important to keep in mind that it's not entirely responsible for a person's behavior. Now, back to the colors. With as much as I know about each of the four colors, I can only predict the following. I feel like blue would be more situational because they're recorded to be sympathetic, compassionate, and intuitive. Green would be more situational as well because they're logical thinkers and very analytical. They've also been known to investigate. So if someone did something or they're acting odd or out of place, then they might try to figure out why before they just jump and assume that it's due to that person. Gold might be slightly more dispositional because they tend to be more traditional and loyal and more conservative. It says that they have a strong sense of wrong and right, so it might be easier to move people to different boxes or associate them with things instead of looking for a kind of gray area in the middle where they don't fit in. And finally, orange would be more situational because they're always looking for shared interests and they go towards maybe less traditional, more tactile jobs, so they're more understanding, if you've gone a non-traditional route. Seeing as they may have had a hard time fitting in at school when they were younger, they also might be more likely to understand other people and if they're struggling. Personally, I'm a blue, and in my own life, I can improve my listening skills and work on responding to others in more timely fashion. Sometimes I'll receive messages and stuff, and it just takes a long time to respond, and then it's not as effective, I'm finding. I could also try to see other people's points of view better, and before I react to whatever they're saying or whatever they're doing, trying to see it from their point of view first. That will help me work on being more situational instead of dispositional, which is an important change to make. Some things that tend to stress me out include when there's tension, within my own family, or my roommates, or the friends that I surround myself with. If there's any type of tension, then it stresses me out, and I feel like I have to be the person to kind of mend things, so it puts a lot of pressure on me. It also stresses me out when other people are not as enthusiastic or sympathetic to me, in return, if we were talking to each other and I'm, doing my best to do all of that for them and then they don't return it. And then I also am terrified of any type of rejection, especially when it comes to school, because that's the thing I've been best at. I was valedictorian in high school, so it's always something that I've strived to do my best at. So personally, I think that the hardest part is going to be slowing down and taking every day at a time and every situation at a time and listening to people and truly trying to understand where they're coming from and what they're doing. But I think that I'll be able to do it, and it's important to start now and every day, take a day at a time and do your best to make sure that you're seeing the whole situation and respecting that person. Oh, yeah. Thank you.